Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim.
Bismillah.
إن أول بيت وضع للناس للذي ببكة مباركا وهدى للعالمين صدق الله العظيم.
ما شاء الله.
MashaAllah. Bismillah min ash-shaytanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim.
Inna, indeed, surely.
Awala.
Awala is an accusative masculine. First, also it's a family, kinsfolk, relatives, a clan. So it has two meanings. It can be first, or it can be to do with family. Baitin, the root word is ba ya tha, and it's a house or a building.
Baitin, grammatically, how can we
A house.
explain that verb? A house, yeah. Okay, Tanween, right. Wadi'a.
Wudi'a, the root is waw dal ain. Waw dod ain. Right. It's a verb. Form one verb. It's to lay off, lay on, lay down, put down.
Linnas.
Linnas, alif nun sin is a root. It's a noun. Man, mankind, human race, human being, people.
Yeah, linnas ilallazi.
Yeah. The one who, or corpus says the one which.
What you got it? Sorry, come again?
Corpus says it's the one which. Normally the dictionary is the one who.
Yeah, with the person and will be who. Bibakkata.
Bibakkata, that's a nice one. Bibakkata is referred to Bakka, which is also referred to Makkah. So it can be Bakka, it can be Makkah. Depends time of the Quran what Allah Ta'ala is referring to. Allah Ta'ala refers to both.
Okay, so that's the place name.
Yeah.
Bakkatan. Mubarakan.
Mubarakan, the root word is Baraka. Baraka. Most blessed. That's the dictionary. The growth of good things, something that continually grows. I think that is
Baraka.
we got that from Parvez. So let me just repeat that. The normal dictionary says blessed, most blessed, right? But Parvez says the growth of good things or something that continually grows.
Okay, Barakah. What's your meme in front? Because your root word is Barakah and the meme in front?
Yeah, doer or place.
Yeah.
It's normally a doer, but in this case it's a place. It's showing a position.
Remember we said mu in front. It's the place that produces from okay, the Barakah, right? What should produce the Barakah? Wahudan.
Wahudan.
And the guidance.
I'm not doing this one. Yeah, I'm not doing this one. Somebody else give the meaning of that.
Guidance.
Yes, a guidance, correct. Parvez, I've got Parvez here. Parvez says gift, go ahead, something given without expecting a return. Guidance as how to live one's life. So we got more information there from Parvez. No, Wahudan. I think
Lil
that's
Alameen.
Lil Alameen.
Men and Jinn. Yeah. Okay. So that's related to not knowledge, but it's because if you look at the word Hudan, Okay, so it's Lil Alameen. Okay. Alright, so grammatically, Saril, are you ready? Lil Alameen. Translate it for me grammatically. Lil Alameen.
I know Alameen is men and jinn. I don't know.
Yeah. That's correct.
Okay.
What about the Ya Nun, Salim?
Sanat, can you translate it? Lil Alameen grammatically.
So the lil is the two, and the ya noon is the masculine plural, which we did just now.
And you left out something there, Lil. Okay, translate it.
Sorry, let me go to my.
Li and then Lil. Two.
The Alameen.
That's it. To the Alameen.
To the Alameen.
Okay.
Shukran.
Earlier we said Lil Muttaqin to the Muttaqin, okay? So here it's saying Lil Alameen to the Alameen. Okay.
Okay.
Good. Okay. We'll keep practicing. Right? And we will get really
Sure.
through. Not the end of the world. We all struggle when we learn. Okay. Surely the first house. Baitin is a house, right? A house. As a sanctuary. Do you have the word sanctuary there also? Okay?
Let me check.
Sanctuary.
Baitin.
You know sanctuary, S-A-N.
Yeah. No, it must be there.
UAR.
Maybe I didn't take it down, but it could be there.
Place of protection.
Yeah. Or what also have is
Okay, let's say yeah.
also have is a covering or a sheet. You know, like a steel sheet. SHEATH sheet.
Okay, Baitin, okay. The first, surely, the first house, Baitin. So let's say here the first, it was a very, very first house. Bait is a house, right? So when you look at the house, what are we looking at when we're talking about what is it? What are the characteristics of a house? Anyone wants to comment on that? A house.
Your,
Let's see. What is it?
your safety,
Safe. Yes, yeah.
protection,
Protection, yeah.
Yeah, you,
It's got walls and
security, you feel secure in your house.
Yeah, privacy. Good point, yes.
Sirin was saying something? Sirin?
comfort,
No, it's okay.
Yes, definitely comfort, yes. Anything else? Shelter. Security also, right? You feel secure, okay? Sense of security. And privacy, we said, yeah. And it's also feeling, what about the people that live in the house? Any comments on that? You have a house and then you have people living in the house. You don't have a house that's empty, right?
close, family,
Family, yes. People in a house,
take care of each other, close,
close, yeah. Any other comment? The people in a house?
People in the house are loving and they support each other.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
they support each other morally, mentally, financially.
Yes. Anything else about the people in a house?
What about direction?
Good company.
Oh, sorry.
teach each other,
Yeah. You're saying direction, I guess?
Yeah, direction. I don't mean direction in the sense that you face towards it. No, I don't mean that. I mean, like in your house, you have a household, and you have a certain direction in that house. So it means if you steal, you're going to get into trouble in that house. You can't go steal stuff and take it to the house, or you can't do drugs in that
Give me
house.
the rules.
Rules.
Yeah,
Follow rules.
yeah,
Rules.
yeah, for
Follow
sure.
rules. Authority.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely. Anything else about the people in a house?
They should respect each other.
Yes. Yeah.
act
That's
as
it.
guidance for each other,
Definitely. Anything else?
support,
Okay. Yeah.
They should talk.
support each other,
Support each other.
You know, you're safe with them in that house. You're safe. Yeah.
Okay. Now, if you look at the old days in a house, how many people lived in one house in the old days? Let's go back to the 70s, 60s.
13,
There we go. And how did they manage?
Huh?
And how did they still manage? How did you still manage it? Yeah? What did you do?
Hey, I don't know, but we
We
managed. Huh?
improvised. We're not selfish and we improvised.
Yeah.
How many in one room?
All slept on the floor.
Yeah, so we're not selfish. We improvised.
And how many in one room?
Sure.
That time there was no reason. You didn't think about comfort. You just thought about being together, which
Yes.
meant more than the comfort.
Yes. I remember my mother's auntie's house in Fitas. There were like 5 girls on one bed in one room, plus the auntie was in the same room. They had no problem. Everyone got along well. There was no arguments, no fighting, respect for one another. Everyone enjoyed themselves, got along with each other, cared about each other, shared with each other, had feelings for each other. That is what Allah is talking about, a house. That's why Allah is calling it a house. That it was should comprise in a house. The only difference that Allah is talking about here is that here we talk about the ummah, whereas there you're talking about a family. But we are a family anyway. We are an extended family. So Allah is, all over the Quran, Allah is referring to us indirectly and sometimes even directly as a family. We are a family. We belong in one house. We come from one house. We come from one source. We all come from Adam. Allah says, "O children of Adam," Allah says. Allah calls us the children of Adam. He respects us deeply. And Allah says, "We created you from Adam." We all came. So we are all one family. We are all related. If you look at it, we are all related. No human being is not related to another. We are all related. We may be distantly related, but we are related. No matter what color we are, which continent we come from, where we come from. We are all relatives of each other. We are all human beings. So Allah says we are children of Adam. What does children mean? When we say we are children, what does it mean? It means we come from one source and it means we are related. So we should recognize each other as relatives. Okay? But when you have a family and you have children, sometimes you have children that are going astray in your family. Let's take an example. You have maybe one brother that's on drugs. So you have a sister who is really astray, running around with boys or whatever. And that becomes a problem for the family. It affects the family. It damages the relationship of the family. Because that with one particular brother or sister is causing problems for the family. Similarly with our big family. Allah has created one big family. But you have those children in the family that are mischievous, that are oppressors, that are unjust, that are rejected. They don't follow the rules like AK said. You have rules to follow. So Allah has created the rules. If we don't follow those rules, we have problems. And that violates the rights of the next person. Yeah, and that is a problem because they are not following the duties. So Allah is talking about, Allah set up this house, this big house, so that everything that we said belongs to that house. We all mentioned it. The shelter, the security, the safety, the protection, the sense of privacy. Everything is there at that house. Allah is saying that He has set up this particular house for human beings so that they will find this privacy, they will find the security, they will feel safe, they will look after each other, care for each other, they will find a shelter, they won't be homeless. They'll feel a sense of home there. Then they'll find the brotherhood there, they'll find the sisterhood there, they'll find the family there that they can turn to and ask for help. Contribute to others and support others if they can do so, and get support in turn. And there they will find care, respect for each other, they will find dignity of one another. They'll find the people there that will be one family, that will have Iman, that will be Muslim. They will follow the guidance of Allah, the rules of Allah, only the rules of Allah. Because they know that house is set up by Allah, the Creator, our Creator, and the rules are there. And they all will be willingly interested in following the rules and obeying the rules of Allah so that they know the guidance through the laws of Allah. Everyone will be protected, everyone will find shelter, everyone will support each other, care for each other emotionally, physically, psychologically, in every way that they need. We are all human beings. We all need physical needs. We all have psychological needs. We all have emotional needs. All of us. If one of us are insulted, nobody likes to be insulted. None of us like to be degraded. None of us like to be deprived of any of our physical needs, whether it's food, drink, intimacy. We all need that. We are all human beings. laws that Allah has given us, within the rules that Allah has provided for us. So Allah has set up this house. That is what that house is all about. So first of all, before we even move any further, we need to be clear, it is a bait, it is a house. And what happens in a house and what is a house comprised of. Then we understand that these are our duties in that particular household. This is what we should expect from the household. We all must contribute our duties. Like Dr. Ansari says, everyone contributes their duties, then no one will be deprived of their rights. Good example, let me give you a simple example. If my duty is to communicate respectfully to everyone in a house, in that house, and everywhere on earth for that matter, but I'm just talking about that house now. My duty is to communicate respectfully to everyone in that house and not to be arrogant with anybody, because Allah forbids that, and not to be harsh with anybody, because Allah forbids that in the Quran. If I carry out those duties, then the next person's rights are fulfilled. And if the next person does the same to us, then our rights are fulfilled. So we all focus on that is our duties. To treat each other, for example, with respect and brotherhood and sisterhood, and not to be arrogant, and to treat each other as family, and to treat our elderly that attend that house, all the elderly, as our own parents. They may not be my parents, they may not be my blood bond, but because they are elderly, they become my parents. How do they become my parents? How do they become my parents?
As you mentioned, the elderly. They are elder than you. You've got to respect them as your parents.
Because we are all family, remember?
Yeah.
We are all family. That means all the elderly become our parents.
Yes.
So we will treat them the way Allah says you must treat your parents. Because we are children of Adam. We are all family. So Allah says that all human beings that are there, right? That's what should happen. And then that becomes a household for human beings to find all those things you mentioned. Okay. Any comments up to that point, Serena?
No.
Shireen?
No, nothing. Thanks, Iqbal.
Zaida?
No, this was well explained. Shukran.
Shanaz?
No queries.
Okay?
Yeah, I just want to add to what you said, and you said it very well, that what you spoke about is a house, is a home so far. You're not differentiating between a house in Makkah or a house in whatever, in Escort, or a house in Durban or whatever. You are talking about a house or a home where people are coming together. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Good point. Sarah?
No, shukran, I'm fine, Iqbal.
Okay. So Allah says it was set up lin-nas. It doesn't say Muslim, it doesn't say Mu'min, it says human beings. But why all human beings?
Because Quran is for all of mankind.
Yes, yeah. Any other reason?
So you get to teach or show everybody what the Quran is about.
Yeah,
So that all can develop and grow.
that's it. Yeah, makes sense. Any other reason why Allah is talking about all human beings are welcome there?
Because then they've been made aware of Islam, and then they have a reason whether they want to reject or become convinced. They have a choice because they made aware of it.
Yeah. Okay, so it's basically, Allah wants the human beings to come there and benefit from what happens there, and then to learn from what happens there, and also remember the dawah. Once people experience and learn from what goes on, they learn the deen, they learn how it is applied, how it benefits human beings, how people learn to live as one big family, supporting, caring, loving for each other, helping each other develop, progress in different ways. Then they will then see the benefits of it. And those that are, many of them will end up actually embracing the deen then. Okay? And also to help those that are suffering in any form, that they can find the help there and the guidance, how to solve their problems. Because the Quran offers the solution, how to solve problems. Okay. Alright, so, and then Allah says, Lallazi bi Bakkata. So, Bakka, I'm reading from Muhammad Ali, right? Bakka is same as Makkah, from tabak, meaning crowding together of men. Others say it is from a root meaning, the breaking of the neck, and the name is given. It is because wherever a tyrant forced his way to it, his neck was broken. Something that Bakka is the name of some. If you guys want to research on Bakka, Muhammad Ali does it very well, okay? I don't know if Parvez has done it in his other books or what. I'm sure he's done it.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay. Bakka is the name, same as Makkah, from tabak, meaning the crowding together of men. Okay? Others say it is from a root meaning the breaking of the neck, and the name given is because whenever a tyrant forced his way, his neck was broken. So something that Bakka is the name of the mosque or the house itself that is in Makkah. Okay. The holy house at Makkah was there even before Ibrahim, and was in fact the first house on earth for the worship of the divine being. If on the one hand Makkah is declared to be the first house raised on earth for the worship of the divine being, it is on the other hand announced to be a Mubarak, which word, though ordinarily rendered as blessed, signifies the continuance forever of the blessings which a thing possesses, that from which extensive good flows. Thus, Makkah is the first spiritual center that was appointed for man, and it is the ultimate spiritual center for the whole of humanity. Okay, so what Muhammad Ali is saying here is that Makkah and Bakka is the same thing. Okay. Anyone want to comment on that? Bakka. So Bakka is actually the ancient name that was used there. It was Bakka. And at that point in time when it was set up, it was called Bakka. That's why Allah is using the word Bakka too. Okay, so that is a place of barakah. What is the place of barakah? When we talk about barakah, what are we talking about now?
A place of abundance.
Yeah.
Where growth takes place.
Abundance of what?
Abundance of everything.
That's too broad.
Food, water.
Yeah. Of guidance,
Knowledge.
blessings, anything.
Yeah. Anything else? Barakah. Allah says this place produces barakah. Should produce barakah. So, is that all? Nothing else? No. What is more? Talking about barakah, what do you say? Let's look at Surah 38, verse 29.
38.
Kitabun, you got it?
Yes. Is it?
Kitabun anzalnahu, revealed it, ilayka, you,
Mubarak.
Mubarak. So the Quran gives us barakah. What does it mean? Okay, the Quran is the book of barakah, yeah.
Knowledge. Solutions to our problems.
Guidance.
Yeah. Exactly. Knowledge, guidance, yes. Solutions to our problem. So, that place there must produce barakah. What should that place produce?
Development.
Yeah.
Development and growth.
Yeah. Mubarakah wa hudan lil alamin. Okay. It must produce development, growth, safety, security, removal of trauma, fear, worry, stress, removal of physical problems, psychological problems, emotional problems. It must give peace of mind, must give comfort. There must be taqwa, there must be iman. People must make a pledge and attempt to live up to the guidance of the Quran, to study the guidance of the Quran. All those benefits there when you do barakah. So that place must constantly give off that, what I mentioned, security, peace of mind, and to show and to learn about the Nabis and their consequences, what they achieved, what they did. Right? That means that place will also have malaika there. Where Allah says, if you follow my guidance, I will send malaika to support you. Okay? And Allah says He will protect. There's protection there also. Allah says those who have iman, Allah will protect them in various ways. And Allah will help them and support them. That's where the barakah is there. Because they're following the guidance of Allah. Okay? Allah will remove difficulties, hardship, and give peace and security to the mu'mineen. Then Allah will help us create unity, and that's the place where we develop unity, support, and help for each other. Okay? Sincerity, develop sincerity. That's where the barakah comes from. And also to learn about Allah's qualities, attributes, the powers of Allah, the strength, the wisdom, the knowledge of Allah. And for us to learn what deeds cause us harm, suffering, what deeds are good for us, what deeds help us to develop, to grow, to become better human beings. Okay? And to learn to become unselfish, to share our resources, whatever resources we have. To learn self-control for each other. To learn that we should only fear Allah, no human beings. And to establish justice and to promote truth. And to realize that we are accountable in the akhirah for everything that we do. And to learn what the Quran says, what is harmful for us, what damages us. And to remove all forms of shirk in whatsoever form it may exist. To always to turn to Allah for guidance and support through the Quran, and also to ask Allah for help directly, so that human beings are supported and helped for their shortcomings and what they need, whatever they need, and to realize the consequences of disobeying the guidance of Allah. We will suffer in this world as well as the akhirah. And to move away from hypocrisy. Allah says the hypocrisy is the worst form of action. Where Allah even says that the munafiqs will be gathered in the lowest pits of hell, Jahannam. Okay? And to teach and to learn from the Nabis, all the Nabis, how did they live? How did they behave? What can we learn from all the Nabis? What lessons did all the Nabis teach us? What qualities all the Nabis had? To always keep learning, to share knowledge there, to learn new, get new knowledge, do new research, so that it helps us as human beings. To learn about physics, get new knowledge on the Quran, and also for us as human beings, whatever knowledge we need, and to realize that Allah created us all, and Allah is our sustainer and our provider at all times. And also to teach each other about women that were an inspiration. Maryam, the wife of Pharaoh, etc. They were an inspiration for the Muslim women. Okay? And to learn from the evidences of the Quran that Allah has given us, the various evidences that Allah talks about in the Quran. And to also learn to develop our character, remove our arrogance, pride, humble ourselves, to realize that everything that we do, we think we are capable of doing, that we are provided, it always comes with the help and support of Allah. And that the ultimate praises always, at all times, every second belongs to Allah, all the time. Because Allah is the provider. And to learn from those people that disobeyed Allah, Pharaoh, for example, and his arrogance, and what are the consequences. And Qarun, who had so much wealth and he hoarded it. And what happened to him with all his wealth. So these are the things that will now produce barakah. And also to remember zikr. Remember all the guidance of the Quran, the lessons, the stories, the evidences. Make zikr, remind each other, tell each other, talk to each other, communicate with each other at that place, as well as when we leave that place, the bait. And to remind each other that we are easily deceived, we can easily be misled by shaitan. Shaitan can be in human form or in our minds, our thoughts that mislead us, misguide us. Okay? And to remember that Allah is the master creator, the best of creators, and to look at Allah's creation and to learn and to study it so that we can admire Allah and to see His creativity, His talent, His wonders, His power, His intelligence, His knowledge. We can see it in action. We can see it happening before our eyes. Okay, so those are some of the things. And women as well, where Allah gives specific behavior, their modesty, etc. And they should be respected, honored, protected, and no accusation should be made against women without witnesses. No slander, no woman should be slandered. With honor and respect that Allah gives all women, Allah elevates the status of women. And the stories that Allah gives in the Quran to be promoted, taught, and passed on to various people. An example is the story of Nabi Yusuf. All the lessons we learn from the stories of the Nabis. Okay, so those are some of the issues when they are discussed and when they are learned and practiced and applied. Those are the issues that produce barakah. So that is become the place of barakah when we do all that. Okay, I'll stop there. Any comments, Shireen?
Wow, well explained, Iqbal.
Zaida?
Yeah, this was interesting. You're unveiling a different view of what I had of Hajj.
Okay. Shireen?
No comment.
Jonas?
No, very well explained. Shukran.
Okay.
No, Iqbal is fine. We're okay.
Sarah?
Well explained, Iqbal.
Okay. So once all those, whatever I mentioned is applied, learned, passed on, communicated, that's what produces, Allah talks about the barakah. Okay, so when we're talking about now barakah, this is what we should remember, what we realize, and we should think of. What I mentioned, what I gave a summary of, that is the broader meaning, the deeper meaning of the word barakah, according to the Quran. Barakah. Okay? وَيُعَلِّمُكُمُ اللَّهُ وَإِذَا الَّذِي teaches that أَلَمَ الْإِنسَانَ مَا لَمْ يَعْلَمْ. Not human beings what you do not know. وَاللَّهُ يَعْلَمُ وَأَنْتُمْ لَا تَعْلَمُونَ. Allah is knowledgeable. We don't know. And Allah is Alimun Hakim. Allah is supremely knowledgeable and supremely wise. Okay, everyone remember the Arabic also for next week, inshallah. If you're struggling, you can always ask for help. Right, take care, everyone. Salam.
Islam.
Waalaikumsalam.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Bismillah.
إن أول بيت وضع للناس للذي ببكة مباركا وهدى للعالمين صدق الله العظيم.
MashaAllah.
MashaAllah.
MashaAllah.